Today we're going to get into a story, a kind of modern fairy tale. It's got a powerful genie, a very, very expensive lamp, and a magic bridge that, well, it set that genie free for all of us. Let's get right into it.
So let me ask you something. Imagine a genie that could grant pretty much any digital wish you could think of. Now, what if that genie, once trapped inside a super expensive, hard-to-get lamp, was suddenly set free and made available to you? That question is really the heart of our story today.
All right, every good story needs a magical being, right? Our tale begins with the creation of this absolutely incredible new AI agent. It was called MoltBot.
Now, before we get to its powers, what in the world is an AI agent? It's really important to get this. Think of it less like a chatbot that just answers your questions, and more like a digital assistant that can actually do things for you. You give it a goal, and it goes out into the digital world, across websites and apps, to make it happen, all by itself.
And MoltBot's powers? Wow, they were just astonishing. This wasn't some fantasy. It could actually book your flights, make dinner reservations, completely organize your calendar, and even take control of your computer to get stuff done. And the crazy part? It had memory. It remembered everything you talked about from one conversation to the next. It was so powerful that when it came out, it went viral, like overnight.
But here's the twist in our tale. This amazing magic, it wasn't for everyone. As powerful as this genie was, it was trapped. Not in a lamp, but in a very specific and very annoying piece of hardware. And yeah, this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you had the tech wizards. The people who could afford to buy a dedicated Mac Mini, who had the technical chops to set it up as a server that's on 24/7. And on the other side, well, you had everyone else, completely locked out of the magic.
This was a huge, huge barrier. I'm not kidding, people were literally buying up Mac Minis just to run this one piece of software. It was expensive, it was a hassle, and let's be honest, it locked out 99% of the people who could actually use this thing. The genie was powerful for sure, but its lamp was way too exclusive.
But then, a new character entered the story. A company you've probably heard of, Cloudflare, saw what was happening, and they came up with this brilliant idea. A way to build a bridge, you could say, and free the genie from its physical prison.
The idea itself was so simple, but totally revolutionary. Instead of making every single person own a dedicated little computer box, what if the AI agent could just live on the internet, in the cloud, accessible to anyone from anywhere? They called their project MoltWork.
So how'd they build this magic bridge? Well, it basically works in 3 simple steps. First, something called an entry worker acts like a secure front door for your commands. Second, your own personal agent gets its own sandbox. Think of it as a private, isolated little house in the cloud for it to live and work in safely. And third, they used cloud storage to give the agent that all-important memory, so it remembers everything even if you turn it off and on again.
And this is probably the most magical number in the whole story. The cost to have your own personal AI genie went from hundreds of dollars for a computer down to just $5 a month. The genie was officially, finally freed from its lamp.
So, with the genie freed, the story now turns to you. This power is in your hands now, which kind of makes you the hero of this next chapter. And like any hero, you've got new quests you can go on, but you also have a few dragons you're going to have to face. So let's talk about the real-world opportunities here. Think of these as your quests. You could literally start a business building AI automation for local shops in your town. You could sell your expertise as a consultant. You could automate customer support for an online store or qualify sales leads. The potential to create actual value here is just massive. But, and this is a big but, with great power comes, well, you know how it goes. In our story, with great power comes great dragons. Major cybersecurity firms like Cisco and Palo Alto Networks have looked at these kinds of AI agents, and they've put out a really stark warning, calling them a potential security nightmare. And these are the dragons you absolutely have to know about. Bad actors can try to trick the AI with hidden commands to make it do nasty things. They can try to steal sensitive data or your secret keys. They could even take over the agent completely and use it as a backdoor into your systems. Seriously, a lot of the early setups people were making had little or no security at all, basically leaving the castle gates wide open. Okay, so we know about the quests, and we know about the dragons. What's the moral of our story? What is the true opportunity here, beyond just the cool magic trick?
You see, most people are going to see this as just another shiny toy.
They'll play with it for a week, think it's cool, and then just move on to the next thing. The real opportunity, the real gold, is seeing this for what it truly is: infrastructure. It's not the toy itself. It's the foundation you can build real, valuable services on top of. It's about solving actual problems, not just chasing hype.
And this is the most important takeaway of all. Please don't get caught up in how cool and new it is. The people who are going to win with this are the ones who use the technology to solve a genuine, nagging problem for a real person or a real business. That's where you create lasting value.
So if you want to be the hero of this story, here's your roadmap. Your first steps. Number 1, get your hands dirty. Set one up yourself just so you really truly understand it. Then focus. Pick one single problem you can solve with it. Find one client, even if you have to do it for cheap, just to get real experience. Then document everything, create a case study, and finally stay informed, because this world is changing at lightning speed.
And so our story ends with a brand new beginning. The genie is out of the bottle. It's cheap, it's powerful, and it is ready to be put to work. The only question that's left now is, what will you ask for? Thanks for joining me.